Mario, you can start presenting. Yeah, or Leandro. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Well, this is the presentation for Socialcap. I will share some slides and go back and forth between the presentation and code and the application. This was were the initial midterm goals. We are mostly it was going to do the same work, a few improvements, and landing redesign. Um, improve the technical and user documentation and add some videos, and start working for the payment for credentials. There are some things we just didn't complete, the fully complete. I will explain why, but most of the work has been already done. I will share you why we shift. Initially, because the idea was to do all the design work of the new UI. We already completed that. We have the Figma files. I will show you them in just a minute. But when we started working with the Figma files and the design work, we just gave it, made some tries just to check how easy it would be to develop the new design, and we found it was quite good, the time we could use, how we could do it. And we changed the library, the UI library we were using, and we found it quite easy to start developing. So we shift from only doing the design, which we completed the design work, to just start building the new application. Initially, we were going to patch some things in the old UI, but we really started to do full development of the new UI, and we have done quite a lot of advances there. I think we have more than 65 or around 60 to 70% of the new UI already done. I will show you that just in a few moments. The next thing that we needed to shift is that we found a new concept around Socialcap, which we think it extends more. It's more than credentials, but we think we can uh, change Socialcap to convert into what we call the social consensus layer. So this shift in the concept of going from a credentialing system to a social consensus layer, which of course includes credentials, has made us to switch some ideas of how to present that in the newspaper, how to justify that. So one of the objectives was to write the newspaper, the white paper, but while working on that, we changed focus, and so we had to redesign the white paper. We did that, and we have most of the white paper already done. I will show it later. And about these two things made us was a big change of focus. So but I think we have done a lot of work. Just you will need to evaluate that. After that, rewriting technical docs with improvements, because we have an evolving API changes, and we started to already use the Zika Cloud workers. The documentation also had to change, and one of the missing things that we had about the payment for credentials, which we already completed most of it, is just the final distribution of fees to the community and to the validators. But we need to wait for the API admin UI and use workers for that, so we had to delay that a little. Okay, enough with that. One of the important design goals was user acquisition. One of the things we thought was very important. When we started the redesign, we have a full document about this in the branding repo. Was that we had to include some features in the UI for helping with user acquisition. Also, we had to refocus on the new social consensus layer, and I will show you the social. This is the landing page, the renew landing page, which we rework all the content and the concepts. So we had a lot of work done on this. And I think the changing of the concept is quite interesting and important. Uh, and this created a lot of work. Okay, well, back to the presentation. Um, we also had some other design goals for the app UI, which was simplify the administration and monitoring of communities and master plans for community admins, facilitate user acquisition, and empowers users of Socialcap who are requesting a credential to showcase them and to share them with other people, and also the use of Zika Cloud Workers for best UX and performance. So I will go now into the new app, and I will show you uh, in quite a fast way, because we cannot do a full traversal of the app right now. We will go from some navigation of the app, how you do a claim and payments, how the deposits worker code works. I will show how electors will vote for credentials, and we finally show credentials and some on-chain data which is linked to the credential, which is already in Mina Berkeley. Okay, so this has been deployed to Vercel, so it's accessible and it's running. We also deployed a new backend, which is in API Socialcap Dev, which is the developer network for us. Going to the application, now you can see here the new UI. This is the home page. What we did is just we had here an invitation card. You can dismiss this card. You can go to invite other people to Socialcap or to your community. Uh, if you dismiss this, then we will present you with information like does the available claims you can claim, credentials you can claim. For example, you have those here. You have here this one from Metapool, and this is the final batch claiming form for the Mina navigators. So you can just go there and just claim it just from here. Also, we here show some communities which are available, and you can just join the communities here. Just do the joining here. This can take some seconds. The first time, many other time will be quite faster. But what we have done is mostly make things more accessible to everyone just from the home page, so they have more access to the information there. Okay, saying too much. Okay, so now we are joined. We have joined this new community, and we have the join here. In the community, we also have the share button, so that if you belong to a community, you can share this community to other people in everywhere. So this is a feature we have collected from Zika OK and some from Pete and some other people that have suggested that it would be good if they just can send an invitation for their own community. And our idea is just to use Socialcap to help people promote their own projects inside Mina and other areas. So here we go to back to home. If you go to my communities, you can see I have joined some communities here. We have migrated some of the information from the Mina Navigators community, and we are using that as an example. We improved the banner here. We are showing this is the Mina Navigators community. So in here, if you go inside a particular community, you will see here all the submission forms on the claims you can get here. If you do it here, you can just go from here to the submission form and save the draft there. Okay. If you go back to my communities and to the navigators community, we also have some issued credentials. These are credentials that have been issued for some members. This is our test. This is a test example. So if anyone find his name here, this is not true. I'm sorry about this, but we just have selected some members random just to test the software and the process. And if you go to members, here you have all members of the community. If we search here, for example, from Jacine, then we will find it's much easier if to find another member of the community now. And then you can also share these, or if you're the administrator of this community, administer it or delete this community. But if you are not the administrator of the community, for example, in this case, I do not administer Zika OK, then I am showed as joined, and I can share it, but I can leave it, but I cannot do much more than see information here. Well, this is everything about communities and navigating communities. It has been done much better and much nicer. Communities can now have a much bigger banner to showcase their community. Going to my claims, you can claim from here, as I showed you before. You can claim from the community, or you can claim from the home page. So if I claim here, I can claim from the home page. You can see that we are working against our development server, and you see that it's much faster than the previous version of Socialcap. We have done a lot of work on improving the UX performance and the API performance too, so that things are much faster. Well, we can save a draft here. I will have some draft here. And now for submitting your draft, for example, if I want to submit the draft, I can edit this one, for example. Then I can edit the submission form. I can the preview option here that I can change, so I can see what the document. And if I want to submit this, when I want to submit, I have two options. In some cases, the community will pay for the claim, for the credential, and in some other cases, the applicant will pay for the credential. I will show you here in the old application. Yeah, here, master plans. For example, here we touched some things in the old application, fees and shares, to add, for example, who will pay for the credential, or the applicant or the community. In some cases, it will be the applicant. In some cases, it will be the community. If it's the applicant who will pay, you just have to confirm, and that's okay. That's all you have to do. But if I have another example here, but if the applicant has to pay for the claim or the credential, then you see that we will have here a final submission date, and the fee the applicant will have to pay. And I am going to do something here. I will show the console here. So you can connect the wallet here. I have the wallet already connected. I will connect the wallet again. So I'll disconnect it. So I will submit, and then it will ask me to connect the wallet. It will now ask the connection. Okay, and I will get that I am connected. I can continue. I have some previous information that we showed before the final step of paying. And now we are going to confirm the payment, and we are going to use a Zika Cloud Worker to create the transaction in the cloud, in the worker. And we are not preparing the transaction right here. We are sending it to the cloud worker. I will show you the code later, and we will get a serialized transaction that's already proved, and then we will sign it with the wallet, and the wallet will send the transaction. In the console log here, we will show you what the worker will be doing. Okay, so we will dispatch here the work. This will take something between 20 or 30 seconds. It depends on the if we have if the worker it's just already started, because we have been doing something, it's much faster, around 20 seconds. You see here the log. One of the things that was not considered in the previous goals at the start was to start using the workers right now. We had planned this to phase 2, but because of the work we had been doing with Mikhail and in the improvements in the UI, we just decided to include that, and it was quite good for that. Okay, so here you see the response of the worker, and here you see that I received I call the UI, the wallet. So we sign the transaction here, and we are done. I will close this, and we are going to look at the transaction there. We are done with these transactions, and the claim, and you see the claim has already been sent as claim, and you cannot edit anymore. But if you do click here, you will see all the information for this claim. Okay, here we see the transaction in Mina scan, and it's still pending. Okay, so we dispatch the transaction. Well, after this, we are going for the votes. Before the votes, I want to remember some small thing is that remember that when you have a campaign in Socialcap, or a campaign in general, a credentialing campaign, you have a period or time frame in which people submit their claims, their submission forms, and after that it's sent it. We assign electors for each of the claims, and this elector will vote on each of the claims. So different electors will be working in different claims. So I am as an elector, I will have some claims assigned, and another elector may have some other claims assigned. But when I have the claims assigned, I can go here and just vote for them. If you do click on the claim, we are going to see, for example, the information for this claim, who is in charge, etc., of this project, of this claim. And then I can I can do the voting here. You see, I have how many votes I am submitting. I can submit votes in batch, so I will submit a set of votes. I don't need to submit all votes at the same time. I can submit some 5 votes now, 10 votes tomorrow or next hour, etc. And remember that when we submit the votes, uh, we will uh, we will create a marker 3 with all the votes, and we also will create a nullifier with the votes, so that we can check that when we process the vote, the vote is included in the batch assigned to that electron. So we submit the votes here. This is quite similar. We need the wallet to confirm the votes. And then we sign here the votes. And we are done. We submitted some votes. And you see we have less votes to confirm. And all these votes has gone as done. They disappeared, but not as done. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, it was not refreshing the status here. So this is most of the of what we do with the navigation app. OSITs, voting for electors. Okay. Uh, I will show you some code of some of the worker code. About the worker code, we have the worker code here. We have the 2 links. The worker code is here. You can see that this is the code that will prepare the transaction to send to the worker. This is all you need to call the worker. And then you need to wait till the worker ends. So this is quite simple. And the other thing is that the user interface part, you see, we just call the worker. Well, we'll do some checking before submitting. Call the worker, receive the serialized transaction, and with the serialized transaction, which is a JSON, we just call the wallet to send the transaction here. It's quite easy. So this is quite a good improvement about how to work with the UX, and it's quite faster. Finally, about the the credentials, I will show you some small information here. For example, any of these credentials, we have a small button here that will show us. You can see here the information which has the claim voting account, which has been deployed in Berkeley. This will be the account, and this will be the transactions. This will be the transaction that created the Zika, the voting contract, the voting Zika app, and this is the transaction that submitted the vote, and this is the result of how many required votes we needed, how many positives, and these are the effectively the votes that this claim has received. So this is everything about navigation of the application. You see, we have the create a community here. We have the support pages here. We have the admin communities is much easier to navigate, so we can access the communities you as an administrator and managing, instead of having to go to the list of all the communities, clicking on the community page and things like that. And here you will have all the campaigns or all the credentials which are being submitted by the communities you administer. So this is what we have for the application. We also have an activity page that this is not ready yet, that as transactions are coming and notifications are coming, will be showing all activity done by a user, and responses from the server, etc., notifications about user activity here. I think this is quite a nice improvement. We also have a notification here, and we can also search for claims, etc. here. I think I'm running out of time. Just to finish the worker code, the new app. Okay, about the admin UI, I will refer to this. This has not been yet implemented. You have a link to the PDF here, and I am showing you the Figma files. This is how the community administration will look, just by opening one of these communities. This is what we are going to do next: how to manage different master plans, how to manage the different members of the community, how to manage the fees and shares, etc., how to create the evidence form or the submission form. Well, okay. It's all there. You have the Figma file. You can see we have done a lot of work here. The design work is already done. It's all here. It's a lot. We also redesigned the landing page. I just showed you some quick preview of the landing page. Okay, this is already all the design work is ready. We just have to start developing it, but it's not yet deployed. It wasn't the idea to deploy it. It was not part of the milestone. We had to design it, but on the next step. What's already deployed is the Socialcap, what you have been already seeing, which is already available in Vercel here at this link. The API is already ready, and we already deployed the doc side, which is somewhere here. This is the new doc side. We have the white paper over here. We have the architecture over here. We have the API here, but it's a work in progress. We have some videos here of how to use Socialcap, etc. I think the new white paper is quite interesting. I hope you do suggestions about it. It's long, but I think we have reached some interesting conclusions, and a scope definition for what social consensus means for us, and what would it mean for the application. So I think it's all from my side. Thank you.
Mario, you wanna go through the next milestone for the final milestone for the next month and a half? We also have to work on the composition of credentials and tokenizing credentials, and also the last one is the CK notary usage for credentials. That we have a bunch of work to do next.
Okay, so questions now. Do you have time for questions? I don't know. Yasin?
Yeah, for sure. If there's any questions, do we have any questions from our audience? All right. Seems like not, and we are on time. So, but like, appreciate your presentation and your work. Okay.
Yeah, we also have this that milestone to use ProtoKit. Thanks.
All right, then there was the
I have a response to Mate's.
sure.
Yeah. Just 1 minute. Yes, Matek, we are going to use protokit. In fact, it was in our plan, but for phase 2, we are going to start using it just after this. The first phase was just preparing the app and improving the user interface, all mostly UI work. Okay. We are starting now with all the backend work that will include using full homomorphic encryption for the voting phase, using protokit for all the collections, and storing the information in a provable manner, the Zika notary, and using Zika cloud workers for everything else. And I think and including the NFT API to mint credentials, to generate an NFT for your credentials using the Mina NFT. So we are going to use protokit in just a new phase starting next week, because we will have to take some days to rest. Okay.
You deserve a good rest. Yeah. All right, then. Yeah, thank you again for the presentation, and wishing you first good rest, and then good luck with the rest of the work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let me